Assyria was a major Mesopotamian kingdom and empire of the ancient Near East and the Levant. It existed as a state from perhaps as early as the 25th century BC in the form of the Assur city-state, one until its lapse between 612 BC and 609 BC, spanning the early to middle Bronze Age through to the late Iron Age 2-3 from the end of the 7th century BC to the mid-7th century AD. It survived as a geopolitical entity, for the most part ruled by foreign powers, although a number of Neo-Assyrian states arose at different times during the Parthian and early Sasanian Empires between the mid-2nd century BC and late 3rd century AD, a period which also saw Assyria become a major center of Syriac Christianity and the birthplace of the Church of the East IV. Centered on the Tigris in Upper Mesopotamia, modern northern Iraq, northeastern Syria, southeastern Turkey and the northwestern fringes of Iran, the Assyrians came to rule powerful empires at several times, making up a substantial part of the greater Mesopotamian cradle of civilization, which included Sumer, the Akkadian Empire, and Babylonia. Assyria was at the height of technological, scientific, and cultural achievements for its time. At its peak, the Assyrian Empire stretched from Cyprus and the East Mediterranean to Iran, and from what is now Armenia and Azerbaijan in the Caucasus, to the Arabian Peninsula, Egypt and eastern Libya. 5. Assyria is named after its original capital, the ancient city of Assur, which dates to circa 2600 BC, originally one of a number of Akkadian city-states in Mesopotamia. In the 25th and 24th centuries BC, Assyrian kings were pastoral leaders. From the late 24th century BC, the Assyrians became subject to Sargon of Akkad, who united all the Akkadian and Sumerian-speaking peoples of Mesopotamia under the Akkadian Empire, which lasted from circa 2334 BC to 2154 BC. 6 After its fall from power, the greater remaining part of Assyria was a geopolitical region and province of other empires, although between the mid-2nd century BC and late 3rd century AD a patchwork of small independent Assyrian kingdoms arose in the form of Assur, Adiabene, Osrhoene, Beth-Nuhadra, Beth-Gamay and Hatra. The region of Assyria fell under the successive control of the Median Empire, the Achaemenid Empire, the Macedonian Empire, the Seleucid Empire, the Parthian Empire, the Roman Empire, and the Sasanian Empire. The Arab-Islamic conquest in the mid-7th century finally dissolved Assyria-Assyristan as a single entity, after which the remnants of the Assyrian people, by now Christians, gradually became an ethnic, linguistic, cultural and religious minority in the Assyrian homeland, surviving there to this day as an indigenous people of the region.